Hello, welcome. 2014, my first on-camera vlog. My first on-camera vlog in about 2 months, I think. I'm going to turn off my heater, even though it's the only thing keeping me warm. As you can also see, I'm not trying to be like Lando Calrissian or something here. This is just a blanket. I'm sitting under my kotatsu. It's very cold in my apartment right now. Oh, it's not so bad. It's 15 degrees C. So that's like 55 maybe, 50, something like that. It's bloody cold basically. All right, so why did I turn the camera on? Well, I just downloaded the new iMovie, by the way, and it's taken me frickin' forever to figure it out. But I'm doing it for you guys, so I just spent $14.99 on the new app for you guys because the old one wasn't recognizing my eyesight camera or something. Okay. Breath, pause. How you doing? Happy New Year. I was eating a bagel today, and this prompted me to think, I should make a vlog about bread. I know, it's exciting, isn't it? It's an exciting topic, bread. It feels like a Monty Python routine about to happen, cheese rolling or something. Cheese shopsa. So I have a few. So this is the kind of bagel I can buy here in Japan. If you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, I got very excited when I went to Fukuoka in winter because they had a bagel shop and I was able to buy like fresh bagels and they were pretty good. They don't have anything like that where I live. But recently I was hunting around this one grocery store I go to sometimes and I found this thing called My Bagel. And it's one bagel in a bag. They're not horrible. They're pretty good, and they have a few different flavors. Like they have Parmesan cheese. They have a chocolate one I haven't tried because I really like cream cheese. You will be happy to know if you come to Japan, they do have regular Philadelphia brand cream cheese. It's not super expensive. It's not super cheap either. But I've lived in Japan for like almost 9 years now. I have no idea what cream cheese costs in America anymore. So this bagel, I think, costs, I want to say like $1.50, $1.25, something like that. It's not super expensive, but obviously, a buck a bagel is a little expensive. So anyway, so it prompted me to think about bread. Bread in Japan is called pan. Not pan, like, hey, pass me the frying pan. Okay, you have to adopt a little bit of a different pronunciation. Pan, P-A-N, and as I'm sure many of you know, it's from the Spanish word, I believe it's Spanish or Portuguese, word for bread. And not all gairaigo, not all the loan words are from English. Many, many, many of them are. But, for instance, I hear a lot at my campus, because my students are in their, early 20s, I hear arubaito and anketo a lot on campus. That's part-time job is arubaito. That's from German. Anketo is also from German. But yeah, pan is what they say for bread. So if you say bread to somebody in Japan, they sometimes are like, what? What's that? They really don't know the word very much because they think pan is the foreign word, And they have an interesting relationship with bread here. They don't eat a whole lot of it in like a meal setting, but they eat a lot of it as a snack. So I have an example of one that I like, that I buy a lot, and this is like a cream-filled Hokkaido cream. That's a picture of Hokkaido. Kind of like a bun with kind of this vanilla yellow cream inside. And in the winter, because my kitchen is so cold, it kind of keeps it chilled, and they're really tasty and nice. So I think a lot of mothers buy like this kind of bread for breakfast, and it's something they can give their kids, and it's not rice and miso soup all the time, because they're probably going to have rice and miso soup for lunch and possibly for dinner. So a lot of people eat it as breakfast, which means you end up with loaves of bread like this. Okay, so this is a standard loaf of bread in Japan. It's kind of like a square cube. And it's cut, see how thick those slices are? It's cut into 6 slices. Even more popular than 6 slices, this is 6, is 5. I don't know why. So that tells you how much, they don't make sandwiches with it. They really use this to make toast. And it's really thick for when you're making sandwiches, like a peanut butter sandwich or a grilled cheese sandwich. It's great for like French toast, but it's too big. So I get really excited sometimes. I had this other one that I was going to show you, like take one out, but I think you get the idea. I find this one store I go to locally has the same size loaf. I think it's about the same. That'll probably be the thumbnail. But they cut it into, you're not going to really be able to see that. They cut it into 10. Can you kind of, no, you really can't see it. A little bit there. So it's the same size, but it's almost like every slice of this is cut again in half. So for a sandwich, this is much more like what you would expect to get in America. And it's got a bit of more of a crust to it, which I kind of like for certain sandwiches. $1.99 or 199 yen. It's not quite $1.99 anymore, but it's about that. So yeah, so that's bread in Japan. You know, you can go to restaurants, and a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have like a rice set. You know, you get your meal, and it comes with a little bowl of rice and a soup and a drink, or you can get a pan. You can get a bread set, a little roll, a little salad, and a little drink or something. They really don't see it as a main food, kind of like what we do. I mean, when you think about how much bread you might eat, especially if you're American, when you think about tortillas bread, pizza crust is bread, hot dog, hamburger buns are bread, bread is bread, Subway sandwich, etc. is bread. They eat nowhere near that kind of bread here. But if you go to the kombini, there's a whole aisle at the convenience store of all these different bread products you can buy. And they're all snacks. The kids eat them a lot, like after school, as a snack food. Bread is really seen as a snack food, or like I said, like a quick breakfast food. They like to make toast out of this. I don't think they use jam a lot. I think they just put butter on it. It's just butter on this kind of really thick bread, which is why I guess you can get away with only having 5 slices in the bag. When they think of a sandwich, you'll see them at kombinis all the time. They're usually cut into triangles, and they're crustless, and the white bread is really Wonder Bread beyond Wonder Bread. It's just very white bread, and then the sandwich fillings, which can often be things like tonkatsu or something inside a sandwich. The strange thing about that is every place you go to, no matter where in Japan, will have a shit ton of bakeries. And that's another gairaigo they don't use here. They don't say baker. They don't really know who. If you say, oh, do you want to grow up and be a baker to your students? They'll be like, no, I want to be a patisserie. You know, I want to be a pastry chef. And they use the French word for some reason there. But everywhere you go has bakeries. And I think if you went into a bakery, you could probably buy a longer loaf of bread, especially if you have more than one person at your house, unlike me. And they would probably cut it whatever size you want. But, you know, you got to go to a different shop. Maybe the price is different, yada, yada. But you can get some really nice bread products, cakes. You don't get a lot of pie here. So maybe, you know, you can be a little bit more flexible with your bread if you have a nice bakery near you. But I'm always very happy when I find this 10-slice loaf. And I'm very happy I found the bagels recently. I've been binging on them a little bit, actually. So there's my 10-minute bread vlog. Who knew, right? I will try to, you know, be on and make some videos for you. January is a tough month. Lots to do at school. Our final exams are in the first week of February, so lots to do now. And, of course, I've also got sumo going on right now. But thanks for watching. If you watched this far, peace. Beatles, Batman, Jason. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Eat some bread. Eat a bagel for me, man. Eat a bagel for me. I love bagels. I'm so happy I found them. Okay, bye.